Hello everyone. Thank you for watching my video. Today I'm going to be talking about two of my favorite Phil Les albums. Two, how do I say it? Some of my favorite Phil Les albums. He has so many good ones. Of course, these are original. That's probably why I love them so much. They were hard to find. That's the bad thing about the Phil Les albums is they're so hard to find. Because I think he only produced so many because he was an independent record company. So he kind of had to watch, how much he spent, how much was going to sell, versus a major record label. They can print up millions and just send them off and not even blink. You know, the thing about these independent companies, I think the reason why a lot of their albums and records cost so much is because they only made so many. They had to watch how many they pressed up, sold, etc. But I actually did get my hands on two original. The Crystals sing the greatest hits, and of course, a kind of greatest hits for all the artists on the Phil S. Today's hits. Pretty interesting. Of course, they have the original number, Phil S. LP 4003. So this was the third album he put out, and I think this is the fourth album. So these were back to back. Pretty interesting that he put two greatest hits albums after. But yeah, Phil S. LP 4004. Phil S. Records, a division of Phil Spector Productions. Man, he loved putting his name on things, that's for sure. Gotta love that. But I love how shiny these are. A lot of his records have like a shiny coat to them. A lot of records do, but I always love the shiny coat. Of course, you got Darlene Love, the Ronettes, the Crystals, the Alley Cats, and Bobby Sox and the Blue Jeans, which is Darlene Love right there again. I love that she's in here twice. But yeah, let's check out the back of this one. The back is pretty shiny too, I guess. But of course, you got the advertisement for the Crystals' greatest hits album. I like that he would advertise his other releases on the back of these records. I guess a lot of record companies did that. But his wife, Annette Spector, his first wife, actually wrote this whole paragraph about promoting and talking about the artist on the label. Pretty interesting since Phil divorced her for Ronnie. Another cool thing is, of course, it tells you all the songs. Got I'm surprised there's only one Ronette song on here, "Be My Baby." But then again, I think that's their biggest song. But another rare thing is Phil, he would list every musician that played on the album. Uh, yeah, I mean he would list all the musicians that played on his records, and he would put them on the album. He would list their name. That's very rare. You don't see that ever. I don't think I've ever seen another album that lists every musician from the 60s. Albums from the 60s. Now, I don't know albums from the 70s or 80s, 90s. Of course, they started doing it in the credits and such. But in the 60s, no one was doing that. Phil was the only one giving everyone credit. You got the arranger, Jack Nitzsche, engineer Larry Levine, Gold Star. So, I mean, there's nothing too crazy about it. And we'll look at the disc after I look at this one. So here's the Crystals. Sing the Greatest Hits, Volume 1. I don't think there's a Volume 2. But, yeah. A lot of great hits. He's a Rebel, The Do-Ron-Ron, Uptown, He's Sure the Boy I Love on Broadway. So many great. There's no other. Man, there's so many great records. So many great records. I get excited about this kind of stuff because it's, he was independent and he was creating this. Again, he credited the musicians. He gave credit to the musicians, Of course, you got the crystals, the picture of them. Of course, you got this Allied record distribution. That's pretty cool. You got the songs. He's a rebel. Of course, producer, arranger, same thing. Okay, let's check out the discs here. So this is the original red and yellow version. I think you either get... I'm not sure if he had an early blue version for this one, or if it's just a red and yellow. I know after a certain amount of time, he just stuck to the red and yellow labels. But I don't really want to take it out of the package here. It's a pain in the butt, but of course it has some wear to it. But I mean, it sounds good. This is, for its age, over what, 60 years ago. I mean, it looks good. I never cleaned it. This is how I bought it. I mean, it looks pretty good. You know, I spent a good bit of money on these because they're original. Of course, because they're so old, you get the, they're staticky a little bit. They're crookily, crackly. Because they're so old. I mean, they wear out after so many times. You know, it wouldn't be bad to buy a repressing, you know. And you can actually listen to the songs. But, I mean, you have the typical information, the logo, LP. This is the B-side, 33.5 RPM. And of course, this one is the original bluish label. A lot of early records he put out, this label, they came out in this color. Like the first pressing of the Christmas album that he put out came out in this color. I used to own that album. I loved it. I had to sell it, sadly, but I want to buy another copy of it someday. But it's the same color. A lot of the two early Ronettes, no, not the Ronettes, the two early Crystal albums are blue labels. But pretty much the same thing. The title, Phil S. Records, A-side. And of course, you can look at I don't want to take it out, but I'll show you a little bit of the vinyl here. I have it in these like non-static type sleeves. I mean, it don't look too bad. Of course, there's like little marks and stuff. It is over, like I said, over 60 some years old. You kind of expect that, but I mean, I don't think it kind of looks broken, but I swear it's not. It's just a little scratch. Where was that at? I mean, it looks good, right? But yeah, it plays good. Of course, it has a little static in it, a little crickety crackety, because it's so old. But I mean, it sounds amazing. It sounds good. I love hearing it. It's crazy to me. You know, I'm 32, and to listen to these records that are so old, and just listening to the same records that someone in the 60s listened to. It's pretty wild. It just blows my mind sometimes. Just having that same experience as someone who did back in the 60s, you know? To put it on the turntable and play it and enjoy it. It's pretty cool. I absolutely enjoy it. But, yeah, I got more videos coming. I got a Ronettes review coming soon. I have a few other... I have the Righteous Brothers albums. Yeah, so I'm going to review more albums. Don't forget to check out my brand new 45 review. I bought this and it was brand new. I put that video up. You can check it out on my page. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you guys want to see. Let me know. I have a lot of albums, a lot of 45s. As you can see, I'm raw. I'm real. I give thorough interviews. Thorough interviews, thorough reviews, close-ups. You know, I don't do all the way back here and showing you guys. I mean, I do close-ups, you know. I don't mess around. I show you everything. But yeah, thank you again for watching my videos. I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day, everyone.